In recent years, a series of bold economic moves shook the global markets. One man stood at the center of it all, Donald J. Trump. With rising tariffs, trade wars, and global tensions, a question emerged. Could this be the beginning of the end of the US dollar's dominance? Let's break it all down. Tariffs are taxes placed on imported goods. Governments use them to protect domestic industries, but they also raise prices for consumers. In 2018, Trump launched a wave of new tariffs, mostly aimed at China. The goal? Bring manufacturing back to America, but the effects were complicated. In 2018, the US imposed 25% tariffs on $34 billion worth of Chinese goods. China retaliated with tariffs on American soybeans, cars, and more. It was a tit-for-tat spiral. US farmers suffered, prices soared. American companies like Harley-Davidson considered moving production abroad. Ironically, some jobs went overseas instead of coming back. The trade war sent shockwaves through the global economy. The World Bank lowered growth forecasts, supply chains broke. Even US allies like Canada and the EU got caught in the crossfire. Companies faced uncertainty, and investors panicked. Meanwhile, countries began looking for alternatives to the US dollar in trade deals. For decades, the US dollar has been the world's reserve currency. Oil is traded in dollars. Most countries hold dollar reserves, but this power comes with responsibility. When the US shakes global trade, trust in the dollar can start to waver. Trump's unpredictable tariffs raised eyebrows globally. Countries like China, Russia, and Iran began exploring trade in non-dollar currencies. Russia increased gold reserves. China launched oil contracts priced in yuan. Some experts say we're witnessing the early cracks in dollar dominance. Could this be the beginning of a global shift? When Trump left office, many tariffs remained in place. Biden kept pressure on China but focused more on diplomacy. Meanwhile, the US faced new threats: inflation, banking instability, and rising debt. All of it adds pressure on the dollar, even without new tariffs. The future of global trade is uncertain. New economic policies and shifting alliances are evolving the landscape. Technology and innovation will play a crucial role. How will countries adapt to these changes? What role will the US dollar play? Emerging technologies like blockchain and AI could revolutionize transactions. Digital currencies might challenge traditional currencies. Shifting alliances could fortify or weaken the dollar's position. Stay tuned for the latest updates on global trade dynamics. Technology is revolutionizing global trade. From blockchain to AI, new tools are making transactions faster and more secure. But with these advancements come new challenges. How will governments regulate these technologies? And what impact will they have on traditional trade practices? Blockchain offers transparency and reduces fraud, but its decentralized nature poses regulatory challenges. Governments are grappling with how to oversee transactions without stifling innovation. AI, on the other hand, can streamline supply chains and predict market trends, but it also raises concerns about data privacy and job displacement. Furthermore, the rise of digital currencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum is challenging the dominance of traditional currencies, including the US dollar. As more countries explore their own digital currencies, we could see a shift in how global trade is conducted. In this rapidly evolving landscape, the balance between innovation and regulation will be crucial. Governments will need to adapt quickly to ensure that new technologies enhance global trade without compromising security or fairness. How they manage this balance could redefine the future of global trade and the role of the US dollar in the world economy. Stay with us as we continue to explore these critical developments in the world of trade and technology. Gap 2S. Climate change is becoming a major factor in global trade. Extreme weather events are disrupting supply chains and affecting production. Countries are adapting by investing in resilient infrastructure and sustainable practices. Renewable energy sources are becoming crucial. International cooperation is key in addressing these challenges. The actions taken today will shape the future of international trade in a warming world. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into these critical issues. Regional trade agreements are becoming more common as countries seek to strengthen their economic ties. Agreements like RCEP in Asia and AFCFTA in Africa aim to create stable economic environments. They allow access to larger markets, reduce trade barriers, and enhance cooperation. However, balancing diverse interests and ensuring compliance can be complex. These agreements could impact global trade dynamics in the US dollar. While offering growth opportunities, they also present new challenges. Stay tuned as we explore more on this topic in our future videos. The US dollar has been the world's reserve currency for decades, but its future is uncertain. New economic policies and shifting global dynamics challenge the dollar's dominance. Emerging economies and regional trade agreements are gaining strength. Countries explore alternatives like digital currencies and bilateral trade. The geopolitical landscape is evolving. Tensions and sanctions push nations to seek financial independence. This shift is both economic and strategic. Central banks diversify reserves considering gold and other assets. The rise of cryptocurrencies poses a potential threat. Digital currencies could reshape global financial systems. The US dollar must adapt to this changing environment. Will it maintain its supremacy, or will a new financial order emerge? The future of the US dollar is a topic of great speculation. Stay with us as we explore these critical developments. Trump's tariffs change global trade, but they also reveal deeper vulnerabilities. The US dollar is still king, for now. But the world is watching. Could the next global shift push it off the throne? Tell us what you think in the comments. And if this video opened your eyes, like, subscribe and stay updated with Rapid Report.